Oi, Scarlett, I need you to go and pick me up a McDonald's and a few other things from the shop.
Hello to you too.
Yeah, hello, whatever. Look, I need you to go now. I'm going out tonight and I need those things. Like, ASAP.
I'm not your slave, you know. Go and get whatever you want yourself. I'm busy.
Doing what? Messing about on your laptop? I mean, what do you even do all day? Because as far as I can tell, it's absolutely nothing. You sit on your laptop all day, every day, acting like you're doing something important, but I bet it's not.
How could you even say that? I'm working incredibly hard. Just because I don't go out to an office every day or work a normal 9 to 5 doesn't mean that my job isn't important or difficult.
How hard can sitting at home in your pajamas be? I mean, honestly, it's kind of pathetic. You need to get a real job and start earning some proper money, like me.
You? The only reason you have a job is because Mom got it for you. If it weren't for her sticking up for you, you'd be unemployed. How many mistakes has she had to cover for you now? I'm surprised you've not been fired yet.
Of course I won't be fired. Mom wouldn't let that happen.
Of course she wouldn't. Because you're her golden girl, right? God forbid you have to act your age and handle things like a grown-up. No. As long as Mom's around, she'll do everything for you.
Maybe if you were more like me, then Mom would actually like you. Besides, you have a lot to say considering you're currently living with us and freeloading off of us.
I might be living at home temporarily, but I'm definitely not freeloading. I pay more than my fair share of the bills and rent. Not to mention, I buy all of my own food and do pretty much everything for myself, like the washing and stuff. Unlike you, all you do is laze around at home, making a mess and expecting Mom to clean up after you. You don't even pay her any money towards the bills.
Ugh, whatever.
You are so selfish. I don't know why Mom doesn't see it. You literally don't care about anyone but yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. I know I'm embarrassed to have you as a sister.
You're embarrassed of me? I'm the one who should be embarrassed to have such a dorky, ugly, and frankly annoying little sister. God knows I've lied about you being my sister. Who would actually want to be related to you?
The feeling's mutual.
Mutual? What does that even mean?
Look it up in a dictionary. You might actually learn something for once in your life.
Are you saying I'm stupid?
Your words, not mine.
You know what?
What?
You're going to regret being such a little witch to me. Just you wait and see.
Whatever you say.
Scarlett, how could you be so mean to your sister? All she asked was if you could run to the shops for her. There was no need to be so vile to her.
Oh, hello, Mom. I see Lindsay's been talking to you. Of course you'd take her side without even asking me about what happened.
What's there to explain? All your sister asked for was for you to grab her a few things from the shops while she got ready for her night out. There was no need for you to be so hateful towards her. Honestly, would it have really hurt you just to do what she asked?
Since when am I her servant? If I was already out, then you know I would have picked whatever she needed up, but I wasn't. In fact, I was in the middle of doing some important work. I definitely didn't have the time to go and grab a bunch of stuff simply because she couldn't be bothered to go and get them herself.
How selfish of you.
Excuse me? How?
Well, Lindsay told me that your work isn't really work. You just sit on your laptop all day. Probably on Facebook or YouTube or something. At least if you had helped her out, you could have been doing something useful with your time.
If I don't work, then how am I getting all of my money? The money that I use to pay you rent and bills?
Who knows? Perhaps you're signed up to one of those awful adult sites. What is it called now? Fans only or something like that?
Wow, you really think I'd sign up to do something like that? You seriously can't accept that I simply work hard?
Well, let's face it, hun. You're not the brightest star. What else could you do, really?
So now you're calling me stupid?
Isn't that what you called Lindsay? At least she has a proper job that she works hard at, that actually takes skill and dedication.
As opposed to my work?
Well, yes.
Right. Okay. Did you actually want something from me, or did you just decide that you were going to try and make me feel rubbish about myself?
Now, there's no need to be so dramatic. Not everything is about you, you know.
Nothing is about me according to you. All you care about is Lindsay. You never once took my side or tried to help me.
Did you ever think that maybe there's a reason for that?
And what would that be?
Your sister is simply better than you, and she needs all the help she can get so that she can be recognized for her talents. She's going to become rich and take care of me in my old age. That's just something you won't be able to do. I need to make sure that my future is secured as well. State pensions don't pay that much, you know.
Oh, wow. Well, at least I can see where Lindsay gets her selfish and self-centered attitude from.
Ugh, enough of this. I'm done arguing with you. There was something I needed to tell you, which is why I messaged in the first place.
What's that then? Going to tell me that I need to give Lindsay my kidney now so she can sell it and get rich?
It's that stupid attitude, which is why me and Lindsay have decided that you need to leave.
What?
Not so snarky now, are you? Me and your sister have decided that it would be better for everyone if you left the home. We simply can't put up with your selfish ways any longer.
You're seriously kicking me out? Because you think that I'm the one being selfish?
Yes, your actions earlier with Lindsay were simply the last straw. We don't want such a heartless person in the family. You need to be gone by tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow? Where am I going to go?
I don't know, but it's your problem, not mine, to figure out. If all your things aren't gone, then I'll simply throw them out onto the street.
Oh, don't worry. I wouldn't want to spend a single minute longer in this vile house than I have to. Hey, Mike. Sorry to message so late. Are you about?
Hey, Scarl. Yeah, what's up?
My mom is kicking me out of the house. I need to move out by tomorrow afternoon. I was wondering if I could crash in your spare bedroom until I find a place of my own.
Of course you can. I can't believe she's doing that to you.
I can. I bet it's all Lindsay's idea. My mom always does whatever she wants. On the upside, I finally finished the code for my game. There's just a few things that I need to tweak, and then it should be good to go.
That's great to hear. Companies are gonna be jumping at you to buy it. It's easily the best game that I've played in ages.
Thanks, Mike. I'll be at yours soon.
Cool. I'll get the ice cream waiting. See you soon.
Hello? Is this Scarlett?
Hello? Who is this?
It's Lindsay, your sister. I know it's been a while since we last spoke. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Oh, that's good. I'm good too, by the way.
Great.
Well, I say good. There are a few things I actually need help with, if you'd be able to.
There it is.
What do you mean?
I knew the only reason you were texting me was to try and get your hands on my money.
Well, I'm pretty sure I saw it written somewhere that you're a billionaire now.
That's right. My game's paid off. Companies loved my series so much that they paid me big money to own them. I've invested that money sensibly and managed to make my fortune.
Yeah, that's quite a lot of money though, and I'm sure you could spare some, right?
I could, but I won't. Not to you anyway.
You don't understand. I just need some money so that I can buy a place to live. Living with mom is driving me crazy.
You still live with mom?
Well, yeah. I lost my job at the office, so I couldn't afford to get my own place. But you can help me now. I'm your big sister, after all.
Wow. Well, that's a hard no. I'm not going to buy you a house simply because you demand it of me.
Don't be so selfish. You've got billions. You can spare a few million for a decent house for me.
After the way you and mom treated me, I wouldn't spare you a penny.
Are you still upset about that?
You kicked me out of my home when I had nowhere else to go. What kind of family does that?
Well, it did you some good. Look at where you are now. We motivated you to work hard. If anything, you owe us half of your fortune for what we did for you.
You've not changed one bit, still as selfish and self-centered as ever.
I'm not the one hoarding billions to myself.
I don't hoard it, actually. I give millions away to charities every month. You know, to people who actually need the help and not someone who's just being selfish and thinking of themselves.
Are you seriously not going to give me anything? We're family.
No, we're not. You've been my sister by blood, but you're not my family. I've made a new family out of friends who truly love me and would be there for me through thick and thin. They wouldn't just abandon me or kick me out the second they felt like it. How about instead of demanding something that you've done nothing to earn, you focus on making yourself a better person and getting a job? Because you're not getting a penny from me.
I hate you.
I'm sure you do, but I don't care. I've got a great life, and I'm not going to let you ruin that. So this is goodbye. Don't try and contact me again because I won't respond. Have a good life, Lindsay. I hope you eventually learn how to empathize and think of others. You never know. You might actually see good things start happening for you. After that, I blocked Lindsay on every social media platform that I could think of. While she might have been my sister, I knew that she would never respect me, and I didn't want that kind of toxicity in my life. I knew I deserved better than that. I eventually met a man who later became my husband, and we now have a wonderful little family. I treat my children with love and respect and make sure that they do the same for each other as well. As for my mom and sister, I'm not entirely sure what happened to them. I never tried to get back in contact with them and can only hope that they came to realize the error of their ways and tried to better themselves and their behavior towards others.